Thanks so much. Joining us today once again, Dr. Leana Wen, an emergency physician and public health professor at George Washington University. Dr. Wen also served as Baltimore's health commissioner. Thanks again for being here.
Glad to be with you, Jeff.
For the past few months, we've heard and really assumed and gone with it that children aren't commonly affected by COVID-19. But now there's this mysterious illness that some say could be linked to the virus. In New York alone, it's killed 3 children so far, sickened more than 70 so far, but handfuls of cases have been reported all over the country. What is this illness? I've heard Kawasaki syndrome, toxic shock syndrome, and what symptoms should parents be looking out for?
Now there are these cases of kids coming in with multi-organ failure, also with inflammation of their blood vessels. And we don't know why this is the case, why it is that children are getting this. It's still fairly rare, but it could happen. So watch out for all the symptoms of coronavirus still, which include fever, cough, shortness of breath as the most common symptoms, but also be on the lookout for an unexplained rash and in general, the child suddenly not feeling well.
What could this mean for summer camping? Is this a bit of a game changer here? And what about school in September? How does this affect it?
Well, at this time, it's too early to say whether schools are going to be open in September. And I would also not count on camps being opened. At this time, I would strongly advise no play dates, no gatherings. Do not get kids together. I know that everybody's getting cabin fever, but don't get kids together because there is too much risk of disease transmission.
And staying on the topic of school, I think many of us wouldn't want to send our kids to school right now. What would change between now and September? It's not like we're going to have a vaccine, maybe an antiviral.
We're not going to have a vaccine between now and September. That's true. We may have some treatments, but those treatments are not cures. They may reduce the length of a disease or the severity of a disease, but you could still get very sick even with a treatment. Potentially, what could change between now and September is that we could have widespread testing. If we can test every child every time they went to school, or at least on some type of regular basis, and test the teachers, that could provide the reassurance for parents to send their kids back to school. But I don't think that we're anywhere close to doing that as a country as of yet, although other countries like Germany actually are beginning to try that.
Many of those viewers who believe they were exposed have reached out asking about the coronavirus antibody test. Is it effective? And if you test positive, what does that mean? Are you immune? Because we're hearing different things.
And that's the key question, Jeff, because right now we don't know whether having antibodies means that you have immunity and that immunity protects you for a period of time. You can get the antibody test. I think if you're curious, if you may be intellectually curious about whether the cold-like symptoms or the flu that you thought you had back in February or March, whether that was actually coronavirus. The problem is, what do you do if the test is positive and you actually do have the antibody? It doesn't mean that you're protected from getting coronavirus. And I would not want anyone to get the false reassurance that a positive antibody test means that they're protected. And so I would say get that test if you somehow really just want to know for your own curiosity, but do not change your behavior as a result of that test.
Dr. Wen, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
For you at home, here's how you can send in your questions to me, whether they're medical or financial, anything. We'll find out the answers on Facebook at Rossen Reports, on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me at Jeff Rossen. If you want to sign up for our new newsletter, go to RossenReports.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Back to you.